So in my time of tutoring, I found out that a lot of students that are struggling with algebra, they don't know how to find a highest common factor, and this pisses me off. So on this video, I'm going to show you how to find the highest common factor, So first, before you know how to find highest common factor, you have to know how to find the factor of one term, of one number, for example, So for example, what are the factors of 10, First of all, also you have to understand what is a factor. A factor is the number that goes inside that kind of number that we're looking at the factor of without leaving any single trace. I'll first show you with the 3, what are the number that goes to 3 without leaving any decimals. For example, 1, when we divide it 3 by 1, we're getting what? 3. It means that 1 is a factor. Also, when we divide 3 with 3, we get what? 1. It means that 3 is also a factor of what? Of 3. So the factors are those kinds of numbers that goes there without leaving any single thing. For example, also let me just demonstrate this. 3 divided by 2 is giving us 1,5, So it means that it leaves something there inside, So the one that gives us decimal when we divide is not a factor. I want you to also keep that in mind. So how can we find the factors of 10? To find the factors of 10, you can find this by just also taking a calculator. Take out the calculator wherever you are. Just try to say 10 and you divide. So what you need to do next is to divide this 10 with all these numbers that are here from 1 up until 9. So when you are dividing this 10 with the numbers from 1 to 9, you are looking for the number that is going to give you a whole number, not a fraction, So I'm going to start with 1. 10 divided by 1, it gives us 10. So that means 1 and 10 are factors of what? Of 10. And then you're going to try 2. So 2 and 5 are factors of what? Of 10. And I'm going to try 3. 3 it gives you decimals. 4 is going to give you decimals. 5 is going to give you 5 and 2, which we already have 5 and 2 here. And then I'm going to try 6, 7, 8, 9, and you're done. So it means that all the factors of what? Of 10 is what? Is 1, 10, and 2, and 5. That's all. How do we do that? We use our calculator. Let me just try one more example so that you can be able to see that this is very, very easy. So let's say our next number, for example, we have 18. How can we find the factors of 18? So to find the factors of 18, just have to take out your calculator and just say 18 divided by 1, which it means that 1 and 18 are factors. 1 and 18 are the factors of 18, and then divided by 2, I'm going to say 2 and what? And 9 are factors, and then 3, when we divide by 3, it means that 3 and 6 are factors, Divide by 4, it gives you fraction. 5, it gives you fraction. 6, we already have 6 there. So the one that you already have, you don't have to divide it by 8, So then 7, it gives us fraction. 8, it gives us fraction. 9, we already have 9 there. So these are what? Are all the factors, These are all the factors of what? Of 18. How do you find it? We just use our simple calculator. Now let's just take a look at how to find a common factor actually of two numbers. So the first number that we need to find the highest common factor of is 9 and 8. How can we find the highest common factor of 9 and 18? So to find the highest common factor of 9 and 18, first you have to find the factors of what? The factors of 8 and the factors of 18 first, And to find the factors of one number, I already told you, use your calculator. Yes. So for example, for 9, what you're going to do, just have to take out your calculator there. Just say 9 divided by 1, which are getting 1 and 9. So it means that 1 and 9 are the factors of what? Of 9. And divide by 2, it gives you fraction. 3, it gives you fraction. So it means this 3, it gives us a number. So it means also 3 is what? It's a factor of what? Of 9. You can try them out, but these are all the factors of 9. Now we're going to 18. What are the factors of 18? We're going to divide by 1. This one we already do it. Is 1 and 2 and 3. Let me just confirm 4. Not 4, but 6 also. And what? 6 and what? And 9 also. So these are all the factors of what? Of 18. So when we talk about the common factor, the highest common factor, we talk about the factor that is on both sides, that is the highest. Common, it means something that is there, that is on the 9 and also on the 9. The fact that is on the 9 and also on the 18. So here we have 1 and that is also there. But this is what we call the lowest common factor, the smaller one. We want the bigger one that is on both sides. The bigger fact that is going to be there. So 3, it is also here. Also there is 3. There is 3, But this one is a smaller one. Why? Is because there is also 9 that is here. You see this 9 and there is also 9. So this is the highest common factor of these two. How did you find the factors of this one? We use our calculator. This one, we use our calculator. And then we look for the highest one. Let's just try one more example before I end this video. So here's the last one. We want to find the highest common factor of what? Of 12 and 64. So to find the highest common factor, you just have to find the factors of what? Of 12 and the factors of 64. That is going to be the highest between these two. So to find those kinds of ones, you just have to take out your calculator there wherever you are, Just say 12 and divide it by 1, So it means that 1 and this number this here is and also 12 are the factors of 12. Try 2, when you divide by 2, it means 2 and 6 are also the factors. Try 3, it means that 3 and 4 are also the factors. These are all. You can try them all, go up until 9, but these are all the factors that are there for 12, So now we're going to 64, so just going to say 64 divided by 1, which it means that 1 and 64 are the factors. We try 2, which it means 2 and 32 are the factors. We try 3, which it gives us the decimals. We try 4, which it means 4 and 16 are factors. We try 5, 5 it gives us the decimal 6, decimal 7, decimal 8. It means 8 is also a common factor, 8 is also a common factor. So when we talk about the highest common factor, we talk about the fact that is on 12 and also on 64, but the highest one. So if you check both sides here, what is the highest common factor that is on this side and also on that kind of a side? So if you check very carefully here, there is 1 and 1, but this one is a little bit small. Let's just take a look at the next one. There is also 2 and 2, So it means that this is the highest common factor that is on both sides because this one is smaller. It is known as what? As the lowest common factor of these two. So the highest common factor of this one is this one. So to find the common factor, guys, you just have to use your calculator. So you might be wondering, what do we do when we are looking for the common factor of a variable? Because this is always the question that I saw to a lot of my students. So let's say you have x squared. What will be the factors of x squared? I want you to always keep this one in mind. To find the factors of this one, the first one is going to be x and the second one is x squared, and you're done. Let's say you have y cubed. The common factor of this one is going to be y, y2 and y3, and you're done. Let's say you have n, which is 4. Let me just put 4. And the common factors of this one is going to be n, n1, n2, n cubed, n4. These are the common. So to find the common factors of variable, it is very, very easy. You just have to imitate them from 1 up until where it ends. For example, n5 is going to be n, n2, n3, n4, and n5. So this is how to find the highest common factor.